then at one point you signed a So So Def with Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
And I guess before you signed, you kind of had an interesting experience with Jermaine.
Yeah, back when Jermaine had, this is before I had any record deal. Jermaine, we were at a party. I was invited to a party, and I think it was in Atlanta. And he was there. He had crisscross. They were running around. The party was hyped, and there was all these people. And I wanted to get his attention, and I wanted to give him my cassette tape at the time. And he was just like, he wasn't rude, but he was just like, he said, all right, whatever he said, woo, woo. But he was running around with them guys, so we had to keep an eye on them. I was like, you know what? I'll never sign with him. And I tell him the story, and we laugh. So come to, fast forward a few years, I'm invited to the Grammy brunch, Londell McMillan. And I have been, freshly off all my labels in transition, went through a bankruptcy. And I was invited. It was just a gift from God. I've been working with Mark Batson, just let me come down for free to write. So I wrote Coming From Where I'm From, Charlene, all these songs. And Atlantic Records they weren't hearing any singles at all. Sister Big Bone, I had all these songs. And so I was invited to the Grammy brunch. Kanye was there, Prince was there, Isaac Hayes, Alicia Keys. I mean, anybody, you name it, they were there. I'm sitting backstage about to go on, and I'm getting stared down by Kamora Lee, who actually ended up saying, hey, you have a great style. That's when I first started wearing my trucker hat, and I had done a song with Nappy Roots, so I had my scraggles and my trucker hat, my dad's shirt, flannel shirt with the silver lining, and I had on my boots. And Isaac Hayes introduced me, and right before that, she was like, you have a nice look. I made like I didn't see her staring. I was like, oh shit, there's Kamora Lee. She's staring. She's like, you got a nice look. I was like, thank you. So I needed that. There was a little boost of confidence. Isaac Hayes introduced me. I go on stage, and I sang the hell out of Coming From Where I'm From. Michael Malden, who's Jermaine Dupri's father, was in the audience. He came to me immediately. Said, oh my God. He said, hey man, I got somebody I think that you should talk to. I know you need to talk to. I said, well, yeah, just hey. They said, are you signed anybody? I said, no, I'm pretty much free. And Jermaine Dupri, he was on the phone, talked to me. All right, I want to hear it. I went to, where was he? At Arista? Was it Arista?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arista. He and L.A. Reid, he made me sing, he's like, I don't believe this is you. I don't believe you can sing like this. So I sang in the office, and I sung Coming From Where I'm From with exactly like that. He rushed me into L.A. Reid's office. He said, I don't believe it either. I sang, I was singing my ass off the whole day. And these guys were like, I can't believe this guy can really actually sing like that in person. So I was scheduled to do a showcase at SOBs in New York City, the legendary SOBs. Jermaine Dupri bombarded the whole thing with all of Arista. Pretty much bought all the tickets. He pretty much had verbally signed me at that moment after that show. Prior to the show, but after that show, I mean, I performed too, and I had never performed like that. And that's when it was on. I was in conversation with Jimmy Iovine at the time, who had me in Cherokee Studio, not Cherokee Studios. Cherokee Studios in LA. And I was scheduled to do 4 songs. He paid for it all. But he just didn't quite get the vision, because I had songs like China Black, My First Love, Lucille, and Better Days. These songs were so different and so real and so. He's like, you know what? He said, I don't think I see the real vision of it, because he was heavily in hip hop world at the time. But he gifted me. He's like, you don't even worry about the songs. It's a gift. And those happen to be the songs, the last 4 songs of my Coming From Where I'm From album. So thank you, Jimmy Iovine. I appreciate that.
Well, they release Coming From Where I'm From in 2003, and it goes platinum.
Nobody expected me to do anything, to be honest with you. And that was said to people that were close to me. And they didn't expect for me to have a follow-up album either. They thought it was one and done. Yeah, went platinum at 1.3, 1.4 million.
At that point, by 2003, how many years? I mean, from the moment you guys signed at Uptown to that point, how many years had passed?
That was 10 years, 93 to
10
2000,
years.
93 to 2003. I've been signed. The same with Adam Levine and those guys at Maroon 5. They were signed. They had 10 years, and we talk about this when we see each other, and we've had some great laughs. And he was like, yeah, man, we've signed 10 years, exactly. I say, damn, what is it about 10 years? But it was actually 10 years of nothing. Well,
yeah, 10 years of an album that never really came out, another album where the label folded, doing backup,
writing Donnell Jones.
To whoever the hot artist is at the time, to writing for Donnell Jones, to singing hooks for Nappy Roots, to whatever, to suddenly having your own project go platinum. And Charlene, did that go platinum as well?
Yes.
As a single?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then coming from Where I'm From, that was also a big single.
It was a big single. That set it up, and it was just so different. People were like, it's not my style of music. What is it? I like it. And who is he? And then Charlene came out, and it was like, oh, now I get it. And I was up and running then, and I've been swimming hard. I've been swimming hard since.